Well, welcome. We're live here at West Washington High School for tonight's West Washington boys basketball game. Varsity contest coming up here in a few minutes. Welcome to the broadcast here this evening as we're live with you on West Washington live stream and also on WWSR, West Washington School Radio, as we'll bring you this contest here tonight between the West Washington Senators and the visiting Perry Central Commodores, a conference opponent here for our boys team tonight. Of course, the Senators coming into tonight's game with a 4-4 record, a really good showing down in the tournament that they played last week over the break as they went down and played in that tournament at Northeast Du Bois and ended up in the final game, lost that game by a point, 45-44. And we weren't able to do that broadcast for you. I apologize for that, but it was a situation where I wasn't available. My son couldn't travel, and Mr. Akers was still playing Santa Claus. So
yeah,
we didn't have that.
It's a busy time of year to get everywhere and do everything. So
I would have liked to have went because I guess the boys played really well. They won the first round game against Tecumseh 50-43, and then, like I said, fell in that final to Northeast Du Bois 45-44, but had a good showing there and coming into tonight's game with an even record here as we get things going. A lot of basketball coming up here in the month of January, so it's about every Friday, Saturday, some Tuesday night deals coming up. So we're going to be busy. We're going to be trying to bring you all of the action that we can. There are a few away games that we may not get to, but we're going to try to do it as best we can. Of course, we're always here with you at home doing the live stream, and I'll be trying to do a lot of those games as well on the road with my son Caden on WWSR. So thanks for tuning in tonight, and just good to be back. Glad to have some basketball action. Joining me once again, the Professor Craig Akers, who does such an excellent job with our live stream and things here for the West Washington community, and just glad to be back to basketball. I've kind of missed it a little bit, honestly.
Yeah, it's always great to be back here on Ron Smith Court in the friendly confines. You know, it's Christmas is a great thing to look forward to. The break is nice to kind of get yourself back, you know, to
kind of an awe moment.
Yeah, the form that you want to be in, and then we come back and we start right back with basketball. You know, we've been in school 2 days, and we host Perry Central tonight, and then, you know, it's one of those, double dip weekends. We're at Lanesville tomorrow, who, you know, Lanesville is one of those teams that kind of an enigma. They've been up, they've been down, they've lost a few games, but lost the games to really good teams and been in all those games. So it's not, you know, their record is a little deceiving, kind of the same as this Perry Central team, you know, with the 4-7 record, you know, a losing record, but a very strong team overall. And, you know, they're here at the friendly confines to put on a show and, you know, try to knock off the Senators.
Right, absolutely. And, you know, Perry being a conference opponent, you know, and kind of a rival for us. You know, one of the teams that they kind of give it to us back during football season. So, you know, our kids may be looking for a little revenge factor here tonight. But Perry coming in, we'll talk a little bit about both these teams. We mentioned West Washington at 4-4 on the season, and Perry coming in at 4-7. You know, I was looking at their schedule today, and you know, they've played some good teams, some decent schools.
You know, the Heritage Hills game.
Yes.
You know, that's a
3A school.
3A school. Wood Memorial, they got a win there. They lost to South Central Elizabeth. Springs Valley, they lost by 1-2. Right. They beat Lanesville. They also beat Crawford. Then they went and kind of got spanked a little bit by Corden Central, and then lost to Boonville, all of which are you know, 2 3A schools. Right. So they're, you know, big schools coming in. You know, and Perry has competed. The only one that really they kind of let get out of hand was that Corden Central game, which Corden's a heck of a basketball team.
Corden's a really good basketball team this year, and
on both sides, boys and girls.
Yes, boys and girls. They've got 2 good teams down there in basketball. But you know, Perry's one of those teams that you know they're going to compete. They're going to come in here and give you every ounce of what they've got. And, you know, looking at both teams a little bit on paper, you look at West Washington at this point in the season, the Senators averaging an offensive average of 48 points, giving up 43 points a game on the defensive end. So their plus minus is +5, which is a good thing. Really have played some solid defense at times, and that's one thing that has helped this Senator team get the 4 victories that they've had. And we've lost some close ones. You know, we've lost a couple games that could have went our way as well. And then the flip side of that, you look at Perry, they're averaging about 50 points a game on the offensive end, and then giving up 53. So might not be quite as sound defensively, a -3 for the Commodores coming into tonight's game. But, you know, they have some athletic kids, and we know that from looking at them over the years and playing them. And, you know, they've got some kids that can play the two. They're a team that's got some brothers, and when I say that, I mean relation. You know, the 2 James boys on the team, one a sophomore, one a senior, and then also 2 brothers in Chase and Caleb Hubert, who are both athletic kids, both seniors. Now, they are twins, right? 6'3" and 6'4". They really reminiscent of each other, naturally, being the twins. But, you know, those 2 boys can play ball. They've got some other kids around out. There's pretty much a senior-laden team. I think 6 seniors on their squad, 4 juniors, and a couple sophomores to round out their varsity roster. So I look for Perry to give us every bit of what we can handle here tonight. And you know, but we're our kids. We talked about this through the first 4 games about, you know, kind of getting into basketball shape, getting into condition. And I think as the season goes on, we've seen these Senators get better and better. And I think that's what happened down in the tournament. I think Lane Hoffler and Ian Rosenbaum and all the Senators played really well in that tournament. And those 2 actually made that all-tournament team down there, much like they did here for the holiday tournament that we broadcast back there before Christmas. So, you know, I think it's going to take a team effort, and that's one thing about these Senators. They play as a team, and we've had different people contribute at different times. And you know, I think our Eddie Gilstrap Motors keys to the game here this evening, once again, and I say this week in and week out, I think, you know, we kind of go as Kenton Chase goes. You know, I feel like if Kenton has a good floor game, he's not scored a ton of points throughout the year, but he does so many other things for us, handling the basketball, getting it to the scorers, and doing a nice job with that. And, you know, I think we kind of go as he goes. And our key, I think, here, another key to the game is our defensive play. You know, they're athletic. We're going to have to match them and match that athleticism on the court here tonight, play good defense, and, you know, hopefully get out of here with a victory on Friday night heading into tomorrow night's game.
You're exactly right. We're about 30 seconds away from the national anthem, so we're going to step aside, take a commercial break, bring the national anthem, and then we'll be back here for the starting lineup. So
absolutely,
we will step aside and be back in just a moment.
In 2015, we launched the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. This is phase 2 of the Happily Ever After project. With the assistance of several local donors and sponsors, along with 5 years of fundraising by the Washington County Youth Foundation, we finally had enough resources to launch the service. The Dolly Parton Imagination Library is a free service that mails age-appropriate books to all required Washington County children under the age of 5. Although the faces of the leadership of the Washington County Community Foundation have changed over time, as is always the case with any healthy, thriving organization, the core values and mission remain the same. We continue to work diligently to assist our donors in creating a legacy that is meaningful to them. All of our success is directly related to the generosity of the sons and daughters of Washington County. We will continue to help our donors give back to our community through our foundation and improve the quality of life in our county.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
All right, welcome back here at West Washington High School here on the Ron Smith Court as we're about ready here for the start of this basketball game here tonight between your host Senators and the Perry Central Commodores here. First, we'll have the starters announced. For the Commodores, number 11, Caden James will get the start. He's a 6'2 sophomore. Number 15, Lucas Mitchell. He'll start at one guard, 6'2 and a senior. Another guard, number 22, Corbin Hahi, a 6-foot junior. At another guard, number 42, Travis Kellums, 6'1 and a junior. And number 40, Cohen Edwards will get the start for the Commodores, 6'2 and a sophomore. So they go with a younger lineup here this evening. Kind of surprising for them, but that's the lineup they put out here this evening. And now we'll have the starters for the West Washington Senators here in this contest this evening. At one guard, a 5'10 junior, number 3, Jackson Cameron will get the start for the Senators. At one guard for Coach Clayton Sullivan. Number 20, Lane Hofler, will start at the other guard. He is also a senior here on this team. Another guard, number 22, Kenton Chase. He's a 5'10 junior for Coach Clayton Sullivan. 3-guard lineup here at one forward. 6-foot senior, number 1, Mason Cox. He'll start at forward and kind of our spark plug on the floor for the Senators. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 12, Ian Rosenbaum. He is a 6'4", a junior for Coach Sullivan. So the Senators with their normal lineup here. We also have Titan Williams, who'll see a lot of time. Grayson McCoy off the bench as well for the Senators here this evening. So that's how things will get started here in this one as we're ready to bring it to you. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get to our sponsors here coming up later on in our broadcast. It looks like Lane Hoffler will jump center here as he'll jump against number 15, Lucas Mitchell. So 6'4", 6'5", versus 6'2" for the Commodores. As the ball will go in the air, tip controlled by Hoffler. He tips it over to Rosenbaum, now hands it off to Kenton Chase. Kenton on the attack, he'll bring it across the timeline, goes here near side to Lane. Hoffler with it, looking. Rosenbaum goes to the deck, but regains his feet, and they flip it out to Kenton Chase. Kenton now holds it, gets it off to Cameron here on the near wing. Jackson looking inside, goes far side, goes back to the top of the key to Mason Cox, back to Cameron. Jackson with it. Here on the near wing, goes cross court over to Kenton Chase. Kenton will pull it down, set up man-to-man defense here by the Commodores. Ball go to Ian Rosenbaum, now off to Hoffler. Lane on the attack, Edwards all over him, and now they're going to get a foul called as Edwards will pick up the first one of Mitchell picks up the first one of the night.
Those types of fouls are what gets Lane going. If he can get,
Yes.
a couple of hands fouls, reaching type stuff, then that's how he gets going.
Senators inbound, they'll flip it in to Lane there in the lane, and he hits it. So Lane with the first bucket of the night, and the Senators up 2-0 here to start this contest. Back the other way for the Commodores, 42, Travis Kellums brings it up. He'll flip it off here down on the low block, and they kick it down inside right away to Edwards. He spins, the ball tipped out of bounds by West Washington, so it'll go back to the Commodores here. Mitchell to inbound for Perry Central as he'll throw it in underneath his own bucket here. Coach Sullivan wanting a foul inside there against the Commodores, but didn't get the call. Ball comes inbounds off of Perry Central. They try to get it to James, and Caden James can't handle it out of bounds. Turnover by the Commodores, the first of the night here, and the Senators get it back.
Here comes the Perry press. They're
Yeah.
going to try to speed up the Senators.
They get it to Cameron, now to Lane Hoffler. He'll bring it up, gets it to Kenton Chase in the middle. He'll drive, kicks it out to Rosenbaum. He'll pull it down, shoot a 14-footer. Mason Cox with a hustle rebound. Gets it back out to Hofler, over to Cameron on the far wing. Three-pointer in the air, no good. Rebound Rosenbaum. Ian gets fouled on the rebound.
Going to be 15 that they pick up.
That's his second then. That's Mitchell again. So he gets 2 quick ones. He'll go to the bench. Number 12, Carter James. So both the James boys in the game here. Carter, the 6-foot senior, comes in. He'll be on the floor along with his brother Caden. So the ball come into Hofler. Lane with it. Flips it back out high to Kenton Chase. 2-0. Here's Senators. Lane here on the near wing. Flips it out to Cox, over to Cameron. Now to Kenton. Chase with it on the far side, looking. Now goes baseline. Gets cut off there. Now he'll drive. Dishes it out to Cameron. Jackson back over to Lane. He'll pull a deep 3 ball. No good. Rebound controlled by Perry as they're off and run it. They get it to Haughey. He'll bring it up for the Perry Central Commodores. He'll flip it back outside there to 42, Travis Kellums. Kellums with it. Out to Carter James. James far side to Caden James. Caden with it now, looking. Nothing there. Flips it inside to Haughey. Now down low on the block as they go up with the shot. Edwards unable to control it there. Or actually, that was Kellums.
Yeah, Ian got beat on the baseline there, and then in the recovery ended up landing on top of Edwards.
Yeah, first foul of the night against Rosenbaum, so Edwards will go to the line. A couple free throws coming here. He knocks down the first one, so first point of the night here for Perry Central as the Senators lead 2-1. He'll get another free throw coming here. Second one's up. It's in the air, and it's good as well. So 2-2 here as we get going here in the first quarter. 5:46 to go in this quarter. Kenton Chase back on the attack for the Senators. Gets it far side to Cameron. Jackson with it. Now back out high to Rosenbaum, off to Hoffler. In the corner to Kenton. He'll flip it out to Cox. Mason drives. Now gets it back out to Kenton. Kenton out to Cameron. Far side to Lane. Back out to Kenton. Kenton now back over to Jackson. Back to Chase. Now far side to Lane. He'll pull it down baseline. Out to Mason Cox. Cox off to Cameron. Jackson drives. Nothing there. Picks up his dribble. Gets it back out to Hoffler. Lane will slow it down here. We'll see. It's Coach Sullivan directing from the sideline. Gets it back out to Kenton Chase. Kenton dribbles far side, looks. Nothing there. Now goes on the attacks. Top of the key, gets it out to Hoffler. Open 3, can't get it to go. Battle for the board, tipped out of bounds, and it'll go back to Perry off of Rosenbaum.
Mason Cox about ended up in
Yeah,
Browning's lap down there.
Yeah, George Browning from the Southern Leader down there covering the game tonight. So Perry back the other way after that turnover by the Senators. Little trap coming here, half court, as they trap Haughey. He gets it out in the corner to Caden James, back out. Now to Haughey. Now far side here it comes to Kellums. Back over to James, now inside as number 12 Carter James with it. Now they'll go baseline, cut off there to Kellums, back out. James with it. Far over in the corner, number 12 with the shot, no good. That was Carter James, and the rebound pulled down by Cox. Up to Jackson Cameron quickly, back to Mason, and he gets pulled down. Turnover Senators as he travels with it. So 2 turnovers here in this first quarter.
Kind of caught in a bad position there when he caught the ball. He really didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Titan Williams will check in for Rosenbaum, give him a break. I'll tell you, Titan's been playing pretty well too. I thought he played real well through both tournaments. So Perry Central gets it back here. They'll bring it up. They get it off here to 42 Kellums. He'll pull it down. Now flips it out to Carter James. Far side now to Caden James. In the corner it goes. James back out to James. And now over to 22 Haughey. He'll pull it down. Goes inside. James with a wild shot inside. No good. Hoffler with the rebound, off and running now to Kenton Chase. Kenton will pull it down, flips it back out the lane. Hoffler with it, back to Kenton. They'll set it up, goes off to Cameron on the far wing. Now out to Cox, top of the key, off to Hoffler, now to Kenton Chase. Kenton looking for some offense here, pulls it down, shoots it, and that's what Kenton can do.
Nice bucket there by Kenton. That's exactly what he needs to do. That opens up shots for so many other people.
He's got to do more of that. We've talked about it all year, and he does it right there. And 4-2 now, Senators with regaining the lead.
Senators in a 2-3 zone here.
Yep, James with it, kicks it back out to the other James. Now far side here to Kellums, inside pass as they get it in there to Hahi. He pulls it down, flips it back out. James will drive, dishes, goes in the corner, 2-point shot up, good, as it's knocked down there by Edwards. So Edwards has all 4 of their points, and it's 4-4 here. Kenton Chase the other way, goes on the block. Lane Hoffler spins, nice shot. Mason Cox with the rebound, he loses it. Out of bounds, it'll go back to Parrish. 3rd turnover, so Senators having a little trouble with the basketball. Gonna have to slow that down a little bit. 4-4, tie game here, 2:42 to go in the first quarter. Perry Central to bring it up here as they get it off to Kellums. He'll get it back over here to Hahi. Now pulls it down, long pass down on the baseline to James. He'll kick it back out for the 3, shot up there by 22 as Hahi knocks it down for the Commodores, and they take the lead here 7-4. Jackson Cameron pulls it down, free throw line shot, and he scores for the first time tonight and makes it a 1-point game, 7-6 here. Commodores bringing it back up now. Kellums with it. He'll control the basketball for Perry Central. Hands it off there to Hahi. Back over to Kellums. Kellums looking. Now goes down to James on the block, and then they'll pass it inside to his brother. Gets spins, kicks it out. Younger James with a 3 air ball. Rebound Kenton Chase. Kenton will bring it out of there, running with it. Brings it up the court, kicks to Cameron. He looked at the 3, now pulls up in the lane, drives, throws it up, and got it to go and one.
Nice bucket there
nice
by
bucket. Jackson
Cameron.
Yep, nice drive.
Nice step through move there.
Yes, he kept his dribble and then made a nice move to the bucket, used his pivot foot well, and scores. Rosenbaum will come back in for Hofler as Lane will go to the bench and get a breather here. Jackson with a chance to build on this 1-point lead. His free throw's up and it's good. So Jackson with 5 points in the game, and the Senators lead 9-7. Perry back the other way. They get it up to Kellums. Kellums now off to Hahi, far side to James. Back out high. It'll come there to Carter James. Now over to the younger James. Caden on the far side. Back out. 22 there with it. Hahi now in the corner. Edwards with another shot, and he nails it.
That's where all their offense is coming through.
Yeah, he's got 6
Edwards
points
kid.
for him. So tie game at 9-9 here. Back the other way, Ian Rosenbaum back in the game. He has it here on the near wing, goes down baseline. Titan Williams, he'll hand it back to Ian, and he drives on the go. Couldn't get it to go on the give and go, and it bounces out of there. Rebound to Perry Central. Hahi will control it, flips it out to Kellums. Kellums back out far side to James. Now in the corner to Edwards, who's had the hot hand. Flips it back out high to Kellums. He'll control it here with under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Tie game at 9. Kellums with it, far side, goes in the corner, looking. Now they flip it down there to Hahi. He can't find anybody. Cross-court pass out to Caden James. Now back over to Kellums. He'll set it up here with 20 seconds to go in the quarter.
Final shot here going to come from the Commodores.
Now they go to the trap, does the Senators. As they get it, Grayson McCoy also in the game for West Washington. Him and Cameron with the trap. Now over to James. In the corner it goes to the other James. He'll spin, shoots it. Can't get it to go, so that's the end of the quarter. And we finished the first quarter 9-9. A tight game just like we expected here from the Ron Smith court here at West Washington. We're going to step away, take a break. We'll be back here with live action on your home for Senator Sports, West Washington live stream in WWSR.
Expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 849-2670.
Okay, back here live after the first quarter of action. Tie ball game, 9-all here between West Washington and Perry Central as we get ready for the second quarter of action. As the Senators will come back out onto the floor here. They're going to send out their starting lineup minus Ian Rosenbaum. He'll take a seat, and no, Ian's out there. It looks like Cameron's going to take a seat here. So Mason Cox and Titan Williams also in the game, along with Hoffler, Rosenbaum, and Kent.
This is the biggest lineup that the Senators can have on the floor. So
Lane with the trap, tipped by Ian, and a steal by the Senators. They get it up quickly to Titan. He'll go in. Can't score the bucket. Tipped by Ian, back up by Ian. Can't get it. Titan back with the rebound. Now stolen out of there by the Commodores. So back the other way. Perry Central with it quickly. Kellums will drive, dishes out. Now they'll get a three-ball shot up. No good. Battle for the board. Going to be controlled by James. He'll get it back out. Deep three there as 42. Kellums knocks it down. So that was a 12-9 lead.
That was the Senators were all over the place on defense. Couldn't get set, and then we're chasing the ball.
Yeah, and we missed a couple bunnies down here on the other end. Got to make those shots. Hoffler with it. He controls it out high. He'll spin, pulls up, free throw line. Got it. Nice shot there by Lane. A tough one as he had a defender right in his face. So 12-11. Commodores up by 1. They'll bring it up here as they'll cross the timeline. Number 10 controlling the basketball. He checked in there, Hogan. They'll get it inside as it goes to Edwards. Now back out to Carter James. Now back out as it comes to Hogan. Hogan will control it, top of the circle, far side to Hahi. Back over here to Carter James. James drives, pulls up, shoots it in the lane, can't get it, and rebound to Titan Williams. Titan back the other way, now gets it off to Kent. Kent will bring it up the floor, and he'll set the offense here. Chase with it, drives in the lane, kicks it out to Rosenbaum, three ball, and he got it. Nice shot there by Ian.
That's all set up by the drive by Kenton. Kenton drives and that defense collapses, which then gives Ian the open shot.
First three-pointer of the night for West Washington as Rosenbaum knocks it down. 2-3 trap here, and they get wide open bucket inside there as they dish it off to Edwards. He scores again. He's got 8 in the game, and it's 14-all. Kenton back the other way. Pulls it down, gets it to Hoffler. Now to Rosenbaum here on the far wing, near wing. Gets it off to Williams, out to Kenton. Now far side to Lane. He'll pull it down, looks, nothing there. Flips it inside to Williams. Titan spins, free throw line, back to Hoffler. He'll pull it down, shoot a deep three, no good. And a battle for the board, and it looks like Titan's going to get called.
Yeah, Titan over the back on that one. He just out of position and still going for the ball.
His first foul tonight. It's the Senators' second team foul as Cox will go to the bench and Jackson Cameron will check back in for West Washington. A couple of subs here as well for the Commodores. Looks like number 20, Jared Wagner, comes into the game. He's a 6'3" senior for the Commodores. So both teams going pretty deep into their bench here. 42 Kellums with it. He'll kick it out to Hogan, top of the key, back over to Kellums. He looks, now goes inside there to Wagner, who checked in, back to Kellums, back out to Hogan, now to Kellums, back to Hogan, far side. They'll flip it in there. 40 Edwards, he'll pull it down, kicks it back out there to Caden James. Inside pass will go in there to Wagner. He shoots it, no good. A battle for the board, and Kenton Chase pulls it down, but a foul on the rebound going to go against number 20, Wagner.
Lane looked like he came down a little funny there. I don't know if he landed on a foot or what, but seems to be okay. Just came down a little ginger in the lane.
So 14-all here with 4:57 to go in this first half of play. Senators get it back here after the foul on Perry's Wagner, his first, team's fourth. Chase with it. Kenton on the far side, dribbles, looking, can't find anybody, gets it out to Cameron. Cameron back to Kenton. Chase with it, pulls it down, now off to Cameron, now over to, here to Rosenbaum. He'll pull it down, looking, trying to get it into Williams. Now back out to Hoffler. Lane will pull it down, now goes into Williams, ball tipped away and stolen. Another turnover there by the Senators and almost stolen by Cameron. It'll go back to Perry Central as Jackson, last one to touch it there.
Just seems like both teams are kind of not all together yet.
Having trouble finding offense. You know, we've missed some easy shots that we should have hit, and they've done the same, but the shot they have given, we've given pretty open looks. James with it, kicks it back out to Kellums. Kellums inside pass goes to Edwards. He traveled. Yep, sure did. Turnover, Perry. Called that before he caught it. He took off, and I thought he took an extra step, and that was the call by the official. Senators get it back as they'll kick it in. Kenton Chase to bring it up for West Washington. Crosses the timeline off to Hoffler here on the near wing. Now out to Rosenbaum, and a foul going to be called there against Edwards. His first, team's fifth. 22 Hahi back into the game for the Commodores as he'll replace number 20 Wagner. Rosenbaum to inbound. He'll get it into Kenton Chase. Kenton with it. Dribbles far side. Now hands it off to Titan Williams. He'll give it back to Lane. Hoffler with it. Now off to Kenton. Kenton around the screen of Rosenbaum. Kicks to Cameron. Now goes baseline to Titan. Back to Cameron. Out to Kenton. Kenton Chase with it. Dribbling and throws it out of bounds. Another turnover. Senators up to 6.
Senators just didn't communicate there because as Ian came that way, he was back cutting the whole way, and Kenton never saw it.
Turned it over a bunch here in this first half of play. They'll flip it off to Hogan. Hogan dribbles out high, gets it to Kellums, down the corner to Edwards. He'll dribble baseline, goes in, reverse layup, and Titan Williams is going to be called for his second personal. His second, team's third here, I believe. Mason Cox about to check back in. Number 40, Edwards, will go back to the line. He's had the hot hand for Perry. First free throw's up, and it's good. Yep. 15-14, he breaks the ties. Cox comes back in for Williams with those 2 fouls. And Edwards will go back to the line for his second free throw. Second one's in the air, and he got it as well. 16-14, timeout called here.
Perry Central going to take a 30-second timeout.
Yep, we'll stay live here with you.
The Senators just don't seem to be able to get their offense going. Lane looks like he's working hard out, past the three-point line, trying to get the ball. And Kenton, at points, has looked really good. He's driven into the lane, got a couple of open shots, got open shots for other people. But then it looks like we kind of go away from it.
Yeah, I think, he's got to do a little more penetration into the lane and look for his shot a little more, I think. And, I preached that all year long, and I've even told him, not that I'm trying to coach him, but from up here, because Clayton Sullivan knows a heck of a lot more about it than I do. But, I think when Kenton does that, it just creates so much for our team. So I think that's a key for us. He's got to continue to look to score as the Senators will get it back here after that quick timeout by Perry. 16-14, Commodores. Jackson Cameron with it, far side now as he'll pull it down, gets it out to Lane Hoffler. Now over to Kenton. Kenton driving. There he goes down the lane. Nice move. Can't get the bucket to go. Gets his own rebound off the tip by Cox, and Hoffler will shoot it in the lane. He can't get it. And the rebound off to the Commodores as they run it up the floor. They'll drive. Another shot up by Kellums. He can't get it. And Rosenbaum battles for the board off of him out of bounds.
Even though the Senators missed that on the other end, it looked a whole lot better with Kenton driving and getting other people's shots. He didn't end up taking the shot, but it got other shots open. So
right, absolutely. So Perry will get it back, and they'll inbound underneath their own bucket here as Carter James to throw it in. He'll get it back out high as it'll come out to Kellums. Kellums with it. Way out high, flips it far side. It goes over there to Hahi. Now in the corner to Caden James. He'll pull it down. The shot in the lane. No good as it bounces out by Edwards, and the rebound by Kenton Chase. He'll drive now and just blows past everybody. Got the layup there, and that's what Kenton can do. We talk about it as he ties it up at 16 all. Kellums back up with it. flips it far side over there to Hahi. Now in the corner to James, goes baseline to his brother inside. He'll spin, and I believe he traveled. Yes, he did.
He was looking for contact from Lane, and Lane just gave him space and let him kind of move his feet.
Moved that, drug that pivot foot, and a 4th turnover for Perry. Senators get it back here with 2:14 to go in the first half. Tied at 16. Chase will bring it across the timeline. Kenton with it. Now they drop back a little bit here. Now match up defensively do the Commodores. Kenton with it off from Cameron. Now Kenton drives back out high. He'll set the offense, drives, kicks it out to Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum to Cameron, far side to Cox. Mason back out high to Kenton. He'll go behind the back, pull up, free throw line, can't get the shot. And a battle for the board. And
Ian got there late and got arm along with some of the ball. So.
Yep, he just picked up his, I believe, 2nd foul.
Yep, going to be
he'll
his
have
second.
to go to the bench, and McCoy will check back in.
And like I said earlier, we went to a really big lineup. Now we're in our smallest possible lineup.
4 team fouls on the Senators as Perry will get it back here tied at 16. Under 2 minutes here. Hahi with it in the corner down there. It goes to Caden James. Back out to Hahi. Now over here comes to Kellums. Kellums down to Caden James. James to Edwards. Edwards baseline. Throws it back out high. 3 ball up by Hahi. No good. Battle for the board and chased. And James and Cox fighting for it. And it'll go out of bounds to the Senators.
Yeah,
so
I think James stepped on the sideline over there as he was trying to jump. So
another turnover there, the 5th of this first half by Perry Central. As Wagner will check back into the game for them, he'll replace Edwards, who's had the hot hand for them. He's got 10 of their 16, so he'll go to the bench here and get a breather. Kenton Chase with it off the Hoffler free throw line, back to Kenton. He looks at the 3, now spins around, pulls it down, kicks it to Cox. Mason back out to Kenton. He'll drive, blows past everybody, shot up. And we can't get those easy shots. Rebound by Lane in the lane, and he scores his 6th point of the night. And it's 18-16, up quickly. As James gets it back out to Kellums. Kellums with it. Far side goes to Hahi. Hahi with it. Pulls it down, looking in the corner, nothing there. Flips it back out to Kellums. Under 40 seconds now, goes baseline to Wagner. He'll spin on Hoffler, goes in strong, can't get it, tips it out. Kenton Chase pulls it out of there, and he's off and running. Kenton up quickly, goes off. 3-pointer by Cameron up, in and out, can't get it to go. Battle for the board, pulled down and out of there by Kellums, and he'll bring it up with under 20 seconds to go here in the half as he'll set things up here for the Commodores. He'll get it off to Hahi. Hahi with it. Looking. Senators still in that 2-3. They'll get it to James. Back to the elder James. 3 ball. No good at the buzzer. And that's the end of the first half here. Senators will go into the locker room up to 18-16. So not a lot of scoring by either team, but, pretty much a defensive battle here in this first half of play. So we'll take a quick break, hear a word from our sponsors, come back with the first half stats as they bring out the Chuck-a-Duck net, and we'll have that here at the half. So we'll be back here with you on your home for Senator Sports, West Washington live stream, and WWSR.
Gates, Carnegie, Rockefeller. I'm not. Generous, caring, rich in spirit, I am. You don't have to be a person of great wealth to make an impact. When caring individuals give through a flexible, creative, capable organization known as a community foundation, our philanthropic potential is unlimited. As your local community foundation, we provide you the opportunity to permanently support the causes you care about, both near and far. We do this by protecting and administering permanent funds through thoughtful grant making to improve the quality of life in the community we serve. Simply put, donors who give through a community foundation build sustainable, permanent funds called endowments through contributions, big and small, to support organizations they care about most, forever. Through the generosity of our many donors and the responsible, informed investment of permanent funds, we will increase our grant-making ability for the benefit of our community for generations to come. All we need is you. What causes are you passionate about? What organization matters most to you? We can help you ensure your charitable interests are supported forever. Donors can give to an existing endowment or establish their own. Some choose to give now, while others make their gift later through their will or estate plan. To learn what your options are, talk to your community foundation. We're here to help you reach your philanthropic goals.
If you love our community, let's leave our little corner of the world a bit better than we found it. Not just today, but for future generations too. The Washington County Community Foundation has been making our home a terrific place to live, work, and play since 1993 through the generosity of donors just like you. Why? Well, just like you, we also really love our community.
United Producers Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Again, that is 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael Long can offer you dependable auto, home, business, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. He's big enough to serve and small enough to care. His team and their unique backgrounds, trainings, and experiences have prepared them well to help meet your insurance needs. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you. Together, they are building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. When it comes to your car insurance, you deserve more than a card tucked in your glove box. That's why American Family Car Insurance goes beyond a piece of paper or an app to give you smart, customized coverage and real peace of mind. No matter how your life changes, you can feel comfortable you will have the right auto insurance protection and support every step of the way. Not sure how much or what type of coverage is right for you? Michael Long is the person to talk to.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, and our weekly look at all things IHSAA related. And Paul, as we head into this 2023 academic year and calendar year, we have looked back at a great 2022 during COVID. Lots of things accomplished. Fans were back. The excitement was high. Had some tremendous tournaments. And, you know, those of us in this business, in the sports world, you know, especially in the high school ranks, have a lot to be thankful for as we look forward to 2023.
Oh, absolutely, Coach. And, you know, I read a little piece written by my grandfather a while back, and it was about reflection and a little more kindness in this world. And, you know, if that was the case, think of what a wonderful place it would be. And, you know, it got me thinking about the things that I'm thankful for. And, you know, I'm thankful that sports matter in the state of Indiana. Thankful that coaches and teachers still spend their time in the eye of the public working with students, often highly criticized. I'm thankful for sportscasters such as yourself that care about the game and want to promote it in a positive life, and games, all of them. And so, you know, it's just that time of year that you're right. We had an incredible 2022, but man, 2023 is going to be a banner year also.
Well, the beauty of what you do is that you're on the front line. And I don't think teachers and coaches understand fully, maybe they never will, the incredible impact you have on the kids that play for you, part of your community and all that. I was reminded of this literally yesterday when I did an IUPUI game, and two of my former players were there at the game, and we spoke for an hour. My wife calls me and goes, "Where are you?" And I said, I'm still talking to Greg and Tim. And she's going, it's not like you're not going to see these guys. I said, you don't understand. We're talking about some really good stuff. Even these are members of your family. And for them to take time to care about me and others and reminisce on great times, it just gives you that great feeling.
It does, Coach, and you never think for a minute that what you do doesn't matter as a coach and a mentor. And
right.
And I would be willing to think that those two young men, they came back and they still probably first thing they called you was Coach, and they're still looking for some guidance as they walk through life and listening to the lessons that you talked to them. And I'm sure there was a story in there about something that you did along the way in their life that was still memorable for them today.
Yeah, I'm not proud of some of those stories they brought up, but they were fun. The other thing, too, and how you look at this new year, time flies when you're in the sports world. I mean, it absolutely flies by. I'm sitting here looking at a calendar knowing that the girls' basketball pairing show comes up on January the 22nd. We're that close being ready to let everybody know who's going to be playing whom on the girls' side.
Oh, absolutely. It's right around the corner. And Assistant Commissioner Ulmer has been working diligently on their tournament. I know she was out all during break watching the games. And, it's time. It's time. The winter tune-up, the Christmas break tune-up has been completed. Coaches should have all their tricks in the game already this year. And now they're just waiting to see if all those plans and practice times comes to fruition and results in championships. A championship can be anything along the way. There's always small wins, and maybe a sectional win is probably what the team is capable of, and if that's what they win, that's their championship for that year. And so it's going to be an exciting time, and girls tournament's right around the corner. We've got a few twists for our fans this year too, so hopefully they enjoy those also.
Yeah, at a later date we'll talk about those twists because it'll be a different look for everyone. I think there's clearly a lot of anticipation on an upgraded tournament format. With the constraints of time, we don't have the time to talk about it, but we will talk about it, which adds even more to this upcoming tournament.
Absolutely, Coach. I think we'll talk about it in depth, and I think the fans are really going to like it. And, it's still going to respect the traditional two-game day that our tournament has been known for many, many years, but it's just going to, I think it's going to be really exciting.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All right, we're back here live at West Washington High School here on the Ron Smith Court as our halftime score. West Washington 18, Perry 16. To run down that first half scoring real quickly, the Commodores led in scoring by number 40, Cohen Edwards. He has 10 points in the game, 10 of their 16. Only two other players scoring for them, Hawhey with a 3 and Kellums with a 3-pointer as well to give him 16. The Senators led in scoring by Lane Hoffler. Lane with 3 field goals for 6 points. Jackson Cameron has 2 field goals and a free throw for 5. Ian Rosenbaum with a 3 and Kenton Chase with 2 buckets for 4. So all the scoring there for the Senators in a low-scoring affair here in the first half, 18-16. We'll start the third quarter. Senators come back with Hoffler. He'll inbound to Kenton Chase. Kenton will bring it across the timeline. Dribbles, goes to Mason Cox here on the near wing. Off to Cameron, top of the circle, off to Kenton. Kenton now with it, driving, and cutting the lane was Mason Cox, and he gets fouled. So going to be a bump foul there against number 22.
I was looking away from that. I didn't even see what happened.
Yeah, it's his first. Well, Mason cut the lane real quick there, and Hawhey kind of had a hand on him, and that's what they called. Inbounds comes in the lane. He'll pull it down, shoot it, and can't get it to go, but fouled. So he'll go to the free throw line. Another foul on Perry Central. 22 again. So he picks up 2 quick here to start the second half, and 2 fouls already team-wise. Lane will go to the free throw line. As he'll set up there. First free throw rims in and out, but he'll get another one here.
We jinxed ourselves because we said there were very few fouls in the first half, and we get 2 quick ones.
Lane gets 1 of 2 to build this up to a 3-point lead, 19-16. Little pressure here by the Senators. They break it, however. James down low to Edwards. He tries a reverse layup, and going to be a kind of a, I didn't think there was much foul there, but they're going to get Mason Cox. His first, team's first here of the second half, and that'll put Edwards at the line. He'll go up there to shoot. First free throw's up, and it's good. So he's perfect from the line tonight, and that makes him 5 of 5 from the free throw line here in this game tonight. Chance to pull the Commodores within 1. Second free throw's up, and it's good. So he hits them both again, and it's 19-18. So back and forth here. This game, I'm afraid, is going to be that way.
Yeah.
Off to Cameron, far side. Jackson with it, looking, gets across court to Ian. Now off to Kenton. Kenton will wheel around, dishes back to Ian. Nice move. And they're going to call the charging foul. No shot. And that's going to be Ian's 3rd personal. So player control foul there as Ian kind of went in wildly. And Titan Williams will have to check back in the game for him.
That's one of those, if the circle was underneath, that was definitely in it.
It was in it. Yep, not a bad call by the official there. So they'll give it back to the Commodores. They'll bring it up. Kellums will bring it across the timeline off to Hahi. Out high, it'll go to Caden James, far side. Lob pass down low as they pull it down, go up, and he traveled with it. So turnover, Perry. And I tell you, their coach didn't like that one.
Nope.
Jeff, Coach Litherland.
He was at Forest Park when they made their run to semi-state.
Gotcha.
So
far side for the Senators. Titan Williams with it off the lane. Back to Titan, out of Kenton, off to Mason Cox here on the near wing. Mason will wheel around, looking, gets it out to Hoffler. Now over far side to Kenton. Kenton on the attack, pulls up, free throw line, got it. Boy, and he's got to do that for us. As he gets another one to go in, he scores his 6th bucket, or 6th point of the night, and it's 21-18. Back the other way, Kellums with it in the corner to James. James looking, nothing there, back out to Kellums. Kellums will pull it down, now goes on the attack, drives baseline, tries to dish it. Titan gets a hand on it, but James comes down, now inside pass, and Edwards turns it over as he travels. Drug his feet, another turnover.
Senators need to capitalize here on these turnovers.
Kenton brings it up quickly for the Senators. Drives, loses it. Now off to Cameron. Cameron with it, out to Hoffler. Lane will pull that down and shoot it from deep all night, and he hit it. So Lane gets his first 3-pointer of the night, and it's 24-18. So Senators starting to build a little lead here, out to 6-point advantage. As Hahi dribbles around, now goes in the corner, back to Hahi, out to James. James looking, nothing there. Now he kicks it back out. Hahi with it, stolen by Kenton. Another steal, up quickly to Cameron. He'll drive, goes in for the layup, and got it. So Jackson scores again, and the Senators get a little run here to start the 3rd quarter.
And it all comes from the Senator defensive side. They're able to get out in transition after turnovers, after the Commodores aren't able to take care of the ball, and then push it and get the Commodores out of their defense, which allows them to then makes them have to chase the ball, which is how you score points. I mean,
great awareness by Kenton. He saw Jackson breaking on the fast break run out and got the ball up to him, and he didn't even take a dribble. He just took it on the pass, and it was kind of like a touchdown pass from Kenton.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's part of it. Those two connected during football season all year long, so throw it out there and let Jackson go get it.
Outscored them 8-2 here in the start of this 3rd quarter, so the Senators out to a 26-18 lead here, the biggest lead of the night by either team as they lead it by 8. And kind of picked it up a little on the defensive end as well, and that's helped us here to build this lead. So good job by the Senator defense as they'll come back out onto the floor now after the timeout by Perry here, and the Commodores will get the ball back here after the timeout. So Mitchell will inbound for Perry Central. He'll throw it in to Hogan here. So Hogan will bring it up for Perry Central as he'll bring it across the timeline. 2-3 zone still here by the Senators. He'll get it off to James out high. It comes to Mitchell. Mitchell far side out to Hogan. Now he goes in the lane to James. James will dish it off, and a blocking foul called on Cox as Edwards tries to drive, and Mason picks up his second. Well, that looked like a pretty good charge, but they're going to call it against Cox.
Looks a lot like Ian did on the other side.
Yeah, it did. And so Edwards and the Commodores will get it back here. They'll inbound real quickly. Comes into Edwards, out to James. James with it, looking, goes inside there to Edwards. Dishes back out to Kellums. He'll reset the offense here and pull it down. Goes out high. It comes out to Mitchell. Mitchell off to Hogan. Hogan with it, looking here. Can't find anybody. Back over there to Mitchell. Far side now to Kellums. Kellums with it. Back out high to James now. Dish it out to Perry Central, and they'll drive. Mitchell almost traveled, gets it to Hogan. Now off to James. He looked at a three. Now go baseline to Edwards. Edwards about the only guy they look to score.
Right.
They're trying to get it to him every time. Good defense here by the Senators. Hogan with it. Far side it goes to Kellums. Inside to Hogan. He'll spin. Now dishes out to James. Baseline to Edwards. He'll pull up, shoot it. Can't get it. Rebound Hoffler. So Lane with good defense. They get it up quickly to Cox, and he can't control it, so a turnover. The first of this second half by the Senators, and Grayson McCoy will come in for Cox. Mason with those two fouls. He'll take a break here. Still 26-18, 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. Inbounds will come in to Kellums. He'll bring it up for the Commodores. He'll break the timeline, gets it off to Hogan far wing. Hogan wheels around, gets it out to Mitchell. Now off to Kellums, inside pass to Edwards, back out to Kellums. He'll shoot a deep three and got it.
Cuts into that Senator lead.
So Kellums with his second three-pointer of the night, 26-21. 5-point advantage here for West Washington. He'll go to Hoffler. He'll pull it down free throw line off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Hogan, smallest guy on the floor. He'll bring it up quickly, pulls it up, shoots it, and it bounces around. Rebound by Titan and a foul. As they come in from behind, that's going to go against Mitchell. That'll be his third.
Number 15, that's his third.
So just a hustle play there, but he got a hold of the hand, and his third foul. So the Senators get it back here, 5-point lead. Kenton Chase brings it up, gets it to Cameron, back to Kenton. Kenton with it, looking. Trying to get it to Hoffler on the baseline, back out to Cameron. Now back to Kenton here, far side. Kenton over to Cameron, looking. Can't find the cutter in the lane, so gets it back out to Chase. Off to Titan Williams. He'll go baseline, finds Grayson McCoy, and Grayson makes him pay.
Nice bucket there by Grayson to find the open spot on the floor.
Slipped in there and hit it. So his first bucket of the night, 28-21, 7-point lead. Mitchell with it, goes baseline, Edwards, and it went off of Lane Hoffler.
Lane reached in and got a hand on that one. That's what knocked it out. So
it'll be out of bounds to the Commodores underneath their own bucket here. Mitchell to throw it in for Perry Central. He looks, can't find anybody. Now goes to Hogan. Hogan will drive around. Now dishes back in the corner to James. He'll drive in there. Now kicks it back out to Hogan. He'll shoot a deep three off the mark. Battle for the board, tipped away and goes down to Mitchell. And they're going to get Lane Hofer for his first foul tonight.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Lane's hands were up.
Yeah, it looked like he was standing flat-footed. And that'll put number 15, Mitchell, at the line. He hadn't scored yet, but he'll go up there for a couple of free throws.
you can tell by the frustration on Lane right now, he didn't like that call at all.
Nope.
You know, and if he was going to pick up one, you know, he doesn't have a problem fouling down there. He can pick one up, but
Mitchell hits a free throw, the first one, to cut it to a 6-point lead, can cut it to 5, and he gets both of them to go. So 28-23, pressure here by the Commodores. Hoffler with it, off to Cameron, over to Kenton Chase. He'll break the pressure, gets it to Titan. Titan baseline, back out to Lane. Lane with it, wheels around, gets it back out to Kenton. Kenton now goes on the attack, gets cut off out to Titan, over to Lane. Lane will pull it down, now looks, gets it off to McCoy. Grayson with it, off to Williams. Titan looking, now drives the baseline, gets cut off there, and a reach foul going to be called there. I believe they're going to get Carter James.
Yeah.
That's his first. Team's fourth.
Senators still with a 5-point lead here, just over 2 minutes to go.
Kenton Chase to inbound, throws the lob pass up to Hoffler in the lane. He'll pull it down and score. We're real good on that play.
Yeah.
He scores again, so 30-23, back to a 7-point lead. Had it as high as 8 here with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. They'll pull it down. Mitchell with it, out to Kellums, now to Hogan. Hogan will wheel around, back to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Kellums. Kellums inside to Edwards. Edwards looking, can't find anybody, back out to Hogan. Hogan pulls it back down, backs it out now, resets the offense. Drives in, dishes to Mitchell, now baseline to James, back out to Mitchell. Over to Kellums, now to Hogan. He tries to throw it in there, and it's kicked. It'll go back to the Commodores here. So good defense here. We played really well in this third quarter defensively. So Perry to inbound underneath their own bucket here. They'll look to get it in. Mitchell to throw it in, gets it in the corner to Hogan. He'll pull it down, gets it back out high to Kellums. Off to Mitchell here on the near wing, looking, gets it in there to James. He'll spin, tries to go low, chasing there. Lane backs him down, and he's able to score. Carter James with his first bucket, 30-25, back to a 5-point lead. Hoffler with it, bringing it up, a little pressure here, gets it to Kenton, off to Jackson, back to Kenton. Kenton with it, out high, Mitchell on him. I would try to take him off the dribble. He's got 3 fouls.
Well, and I think Kenton can do it. It's just
there he goes. He'll take it down the lane, drives, throws it up, can't get the shot. Rebound by James. He'll pull it up, brings it up quickly. Now he'll back it out, flips it to Mitchell. He travels.
Going to be a travel.
Another turnover.
And one of the things when Kenton drives, we've got to have other people crash the board because they all clear out so that he can get to the lane. But you've got to crash the board too.
So a turnover by Perry will give it back to the Senators with 41 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They'll get it into Hoffler, back over to Titan, now to Cameron, over to Lane. Hoffler will bring it across the timeline, flips it to Williams, back out to Kenton. Chase with it, 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. He'll back it out to the half-court line and set things up here maybe for the last shot, 20 seconds. Kenton drives here near side. Now they'll go on the attack, looking. Now takes it off, beats his man, and one as he scores. Just an isolation play as they move everybody away, and Kenton with that speed takes it to the rim and scores it.
Well, and the nice move there is Lane starts there and tries to develop the post, and when it's not there, Lane then goes away from it, and everybody chases Lane, which then gives Kenton the opportunity to just drive and get up in the air.
So he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play here. Will Kenton Chase as he goes to the line. Chance to push this lead back up to 8 here as we're down to 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cox will check in for Lane Hoffler to give him a little breather here. Heading into the fourth quarter. Kenton with the free throw now. It's up and he got it to go. So he scores again. 33-25. Pressure here by the Senators. Hawhey with it. Loses it. Cameron steals it. Half-court shot at the buzzer. No good. So another steal and a turnover by Perry. ends the third quarter of play. We'll take a break and add up this third quarter and be back here on your home for Senator Sports. West Washington 33 and Perry Central 25.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes is proud to support West Washington Senator football and wish them a great season. Stop by and see us for all your school fan gear. We offer a wide variety of tees, hoodies, hats, and more. We also offer custom screen printing and embroidery for your team, business, or event. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and have been serving our community for over 15 years. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, they're 9 to 3. Stop in or call us at 812-883-4154. That's 812-883-4154. Shop local and save.
Back live here on Ron Smith Court in the friendly confines of West Washington, where the Senators do lead 33-25 over the Perry Central Commodores going into the fourth quarter of play.
Yeah, our biggest quarter of the night, Craig, is Senators get 15 points in that quarter. Just about everybody contributing. Jackson Cameron had a bucket. McCoy had a bucket. Lane Hoffler hit his first three, and then he had a two-pointer and a free throw, so he had 6 in that quarter, and Kenton with 5 in that quarter. So build this 8-point lead, 33-25, as we head to the fourth period. Here, the Senators up 8 over Perry. Perry will get the ball to start this fourth quarter. They'll inbound. Hogan will bring it across the timeline, set things up here for Perry Central. Flips it out there to James, now off to 15 Mitchell, now back to Mitchell. Now far side there as it goes to Caden James. Over to Hogan, now Caden James pulls it down, shoots a three, no good. Didn't follow, nobody boxed out and rebounded there, and they get it to Edwards. He'll flip it back out to Hogan. Not a good job there on the glass as we didn't go for that rebound. Hogan, James, back out to Mitchell. He'll wheel around, kicks it in the corner there to Kellums. Now down low to Edwards. He's been their guy. He'll spin, shoot it, and got it to go.
Nice bucket there by Edwards.
Yep. We got another bucket, so it's 33-27. Mason Cox with it. He'll drive, dishes. Rosenbaum, he goes in strong, can't get it. And it bounces around. Hogan pulls it down and out of there for Perry Central. He'll take it in the lane, dishes out. Mitchell shoots a three off the mark, and a rebound foul going to be called against Edwards. He just picked up his second, I believe. Yep.
Number 40, Edwards, his second, team
16 foul, so the next one will put us in the bonus here in the fourth quarter. Up 5, 33-20, or up 6, 33-27. Hoffler with it, gets it to Kenton, now to Jackson, or to Grayson McCoy, back to Kenton. Kenton will pull it down now, looking, and he'll set the offense here. Here on the near wing. He'll go around the screen by Rosenbaum, blows by everybody, can't get the bucket though. Good defense from behind by Mitchell, and rebound by Perry. Hogan up and running, back tipped there by Kenton. They'll flip it out to James, now go in the lane to Mitchell, back out to James. He'll shoot a three, banked it in. Caden James with the three-pointer.
Bank it's still open in Campbellsburg.
It is open for sure, so 33-30, three-point game. Hoffler with it, brings it up quickly for the Senators. Now he'll slow it down here with 6:08 to go in the contest. So they've kind of went on a 5-0 run here to start this quarter and pulled it within 3, 33-30. Chase with it, Kenton with it out high for the Senators. He'll dribble. Now Mitchell come back out on him. Now he goes on the attack down the lane, lost it, kicks it out to McCoy. Grayson gets trapped, hands it off to Hoffler. He'll beat his man, and he had a hand on him, 42. Kellum's going to pick up that foul. And that should be free throws.
Yeah. Senators started off with a whole lot of fouls early here, but have since calmed down. Fouls are 4 for the Senators, 7
for them.
Perry.
So that puts us at the line. That's an advantage. We just got to go up there and knock them down. Lane Hoffler will go to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. First free throw's up, and he missed it. Rims out, rebound pulled down by Mitchell. He'll get it up quickly to Edwards, back to Mitchell, off to Hogan. He'll drive in the lane, gets cut off, now kicks it back out to Mitchell. Back to Hogan now. Hogan flips it off, far side. Edwards with it, throws it in there to Mitchell. Mitchell will spin, back out to James, now to Hogan. He drives in the lane, dishes Edwards. He'll spin around, throws it up, got it. Say, Edwards a nice player.
Yeah, he's able to get in the gaps and knock down buckets where the Senators are struggling a little bit at the moment.
Yep, they've really went on a run here. Hoffler down the lane, dishes to Cameron. He can't hit the bunny, and a rebound foul going to go against Mason Cox.
The Senators unable to knock down the easy, short shots there, and then compound it by picking up a foul also on the rebound.
That foul actually on Cameron, his first, so Mason didn't get called for that one. But, we just can't hit the shots right now. They've come out here in this fourth quarter and outscored us here 7-0 to cut it down to a 1-point game. Far side it goes. Kellums with it, flips it out to Mitchell. He'll get it off to James, back to Mitchell. Mitchell spins around, kicks it. Kellums will shoot the three, in and out. Battle for the board. Edwards battling for it, and he gets it on the floor. Timeout. They'll call it, so good hustle play there, and Edwards all over the place.
Yeah.
He's really played well here in the game. He's got 16 points, 16 of their 32, so he's got half.
He's done He's been Mr. Everything for the Commodores.
Sure has. He's done a nice job. We'll stay here with you on this timeout.
Just over 4 minutes to go here. Senators up 1. I still go with what I said in the first quarter. It's just not been a very clean game on either side of the ball. The Commodores haven't been able to do what they want, and the Senators haven't really been able to get much going on their offensive side.
Well, we built it up there. I thought that third quarter was really good. Now the fourth quarter, not so good for us, as we haven't scored here in the fourth quarter yet, and they've been able to build or cut into this 8-point advantage as they've outscored us here 7-0 to start this fourth quarter, and they'll get the ball here with a chance to take the lead as they'll inbound underneath their own bucket. So Mitchell to throw it in for the Commodores here, 4:32 to go, 33-32, West Washington up 1. Mitchell to throw it in, gets it into Edwards, baseline, he'll spin, throws it up, can't get it, and Titan Williams with a good strong board there. He'll hand it off to Hoffler. Lane across the timeline, gets it to Titan, now to Ian, back out to Hoffler, now to Kenton. Chase with it off to Cameron. Jackson looking, trying to find a cutter, he does. Lane goes in strong and scores it. For our first bucket of the fourth quarter, 35-32, 3-point lead. Mitchell with it, far side to Hogan. Hogan looking, flips it out to Kellums, way out high on the court for Perry. Kellums off to Hogan, 2-3 zone still here by the Senators. They flip it off to James. He'll kick it over here to Mitchell, now in the corner for Hogan. Goes inside to Edwards. He'll spin, throws it in the corner. Kellums will drive, goes in strong, and he traveled. Another turnover.
They've called that all night long. That's been a travel every time somebody's tried to do it.
Yep. We'll inbound with pressure as they get it in. Cameron with it, now up to Titan. He'll hand it off the lane. Hoffler with it, kicks it back out to Kenton. Kenton picks up his dribble, now gets it off to Hoffler on the far wing. He looks, no cutter there, can't get it to anybody. Finds Cameron, now inside to Williams. He'll find Kenton on the drive, and Kenton will score again. Nice play there, give and go. They get it off to Kenton Chase, 37-35, or 32, back to a 5-point lead. Hogan driving, gets cut off there, looking, now gets it in the corner to James. Out high it'll come to Kellums with 3 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Hogan, far side, goes baseline, down there to Kellums. Out high it comes to James, now out to Kellums, and he traveled with it.
Shuffled his feet.
Yep.
As he was catching it. So
6 turnovers here in the second half by Perry, and that's really give us the opportunity to be ahead here in this game as Rosenbaum will inbound for the Senators. He'll get it into Hoffler, now to Kenton Chase, over to Ian. Ian gets it across to Williams, finds Lane, cutting down the lane, can't get the shot to go. Rebound pulled down by Kellums, and he'll bring it up quickly for the Commodores. He drives, and a steal by Kenton, gets it out to Jackson. He'll drive, and he gets hammered by James as James had to foul him, or it would have been an easy bucket there for Jackson. So Caden James picks up the personal foul. His second, team's 8th, and that'll put Cameron. We just got to hit our free throws.
Yeah, we got to knock
away.
down free throws here. That's going to be the key to this one.
Yep, absolutely. First one's up and good by Jackson. He's up to 8 points on the night. He'll get another one here. Second free throw coming now. It's in the air, and it's down. So he hits them both. 39-32, back to a 7-point lead. So a game of runs. You know, they had outscored us 7-0, and we come back and went on our own 7-0 run. Or actually 6-0 run here. Thought they were taking a timeout, but they were just subbing. So they'll get number 12, Carter James, back in the game for them. 2:35 to go. 39-32, Senators up 7 here with 2:35 to go in the contest. They'll get it into Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Commodores. Breaks the timeline, kicks it off far side to James, inside to the other James. He'll drive. Oh,
Titan going to
looked
pick
like
up one on the
Titan
reach.
knocked that away, but they get him for the reach foul. Boy, I really thought Titan done a good job, but they got a piece of the hand, his third foul. Inbounds here, Edwards looking. Finally gets it into James, right back to Edwards. He'll spin, throws it up, got it.
We've got to find Edwards every time.
Got to know where he's at,
because he's the one who's going to put points on the board for them. The rest of them, if they beat you, then
he's got 18. You know, he's got half their points, and he's the guy that's really hurt us. And you can't let that happen on the inbounds. You know, they threw it in. Edwards threw it in, and then they went right back to him very alertly, and he spins and gets a shot to go. So.
And that's the case. I mean, you know when he's taking it out that they're going to try to get it right back to him. It's the same thing that we do with Lane.
Yes.
Lane inbound it, and we let him inbound it, and then he takes one step in and tries to develop or tries to position himself in the post for a bucket, and that's the exact same thing that they
You're
just
right.
did with Edwards.
Your point is on point. As he's the guy that you know, when he gets the ball, there's a chance he's going to try to score, and he's done it at will here, up to 18 on the night as he leads all scorers in this game here. As Lane Hoffler leading the Senators here as he has 14 on the night. Kenton Chase with 11 for the Senators, and Cameron with 9. So,
like we said, we always like to get 4 people in double digits.
Yep,
and
it'd be nice.
Tonight it's going to be tough with only scoring, we're at 39 points now. It's going to be tough to get 4 in double digits, but we may be close.
Yeah, we'll see here as the game will progress here. Senator ball. Perry Central will set up full court pressure here. Ian Rosenbaum to inbound. He'll get it into Hoffler. Lane with it. Back to Ian. Over to Titan Williams. Now back to Ian. They'll have to hurry here. Lane gets cut off, gets it, finds Kenton Chase. He'll pull it down. Now off to Titan, back to Kent. Kenton will bring it back out and set the offense for West Washington. He'll kick it off to Rosenbaum here. Now to Cameron in the corner. Jackson wheels around, gets cut off. It looked like he traveled, but that's what Perry Central wanted. Off to Kenton Chase. Kenton now on the attack, gets cut off, gets it to Rosenbaum. Ian will spin around, back to Kenton. Kenton drives, goes down the lane, dishes. Williams in strong, and a foul as he got hammered from behind there. Kellums, I believe. No, that's Edwards. Edwards going to pick up his third personal there.
Kenton does a nice job of driving the lane and then finding Titan, which they've got to chase him. Titan at the free throw line looks over at Coach Sullivan and says, "Yeah, I'm good. Thumbs up."
And Titan will go to the line. He hadn't scored tonight. Played really well on the floor, but
this is when all those free throws that Titan used to shoot as a freshman against Holden Bousman are going to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hope he can knock them both down here. 1-on-1 opportunity here for Williams. or actually 2 free throws because he was in the act of shooting. Misses the first. He'll get another one. So he'll step up there for the second one. Second one's up, and he gets that one to go. So
Senators with a 6-point lead now.
40-34 here with 1:39 to go in the contest. Mitchell with it up quickly, gets it off to James. Back out to Mitchell. Now here are 2 Kellums inside to Edwards. Back out, Mitchell. Now back inside to Edwards. He'll spin, tries to go in. He'll throw it up. Can't score, but he gets fouled. And he really, I tell you, he moves so well.
Yeah.
That's going to go against Hoffler, Lane's second foul. And that'll put Edwards back up at the line. He's perfect there tonight, 6 for 6. He'll get a couple free throws. First one's good. 5-point game, 40-35, a chance to cut it to 4 here. Second free throw coming here for Edwards. It's up, and that one's good as well. 40-36. Lane Hoffler over to Titan Williams. Titan gets it out to Kenton. Kenton on the attack now, pulls it down, gets it back to Williams, back to Kenton. Kenton drives, goes down, gets it in the corner to Rosenbaum. He'll go back door, gets it off to Kenton. He gets trapped, now inside to Williams, spins, up strong and got it. Titan rolled it in there. Nice job there by Kenton to get it to Titan, 42. And a turnover by the Commodores as the Senators steal it away. Kenton will bring it across the timeline. Now drives, dishes in the corner to Ian. Out to Hoffler. Lane with it. Back to Kenton. Kenton now fouled out high as Mitchell gets him. And that'll be Mitchell's 4th foul. And Kenton will go to the line here. Got to hit your free throws. 42 seconds left. Still just a 2-possession game. But Kenton will go up to the free throw line, shooting a couple here. 10th team foul, so we're in the double bonus from here on out. First one's up, and it's good by Kenton.
That one looked really good coming out of his hands.
Yep. So. Second one to come here is Cox and McCoy in defensively for the Senators as Cameron and Rosenbaum come to the bench. Second free throw up by Kenton, and he got them both. 44-36. Shot up, 3-pointer, no good. Battle for the board and pulled out of there by Kenton, and a timeout called by Coach Sullivan here.
Just 30.9 left to go. Senators up by 8 here. This one pretty well
looks like
over.
In hand, yes. But, you know, they're probably going to foul and put you at the line to kind of slow this, you know, game down.
Extend this game out.
We see extended game.
We see some people starting to file out, but you know, Senators tonight come out, play. Probably not their cleanest game of the season. Probably not their best overall game. You know, a lot of things to clean up here, but they do come out with a W. That's what's important. They did get the win.
Absolutely. So far, they played pretty well in the game. And Ian Rosenbaum's only had 1 bucket, 1 3-pointer, and he's been doing a lot of our scoring as well. So got quite a bit of production out of Kenton Chase tonight. He's up to 13 points here in the game. Rosenbaum to inbound for the Senators. He'll get it into Lane Hoffler, gets it off to Kenton, and he gets fouled right away as they had some subs in there. Yeager will be called for that person. And Kenton will go back to the line. So Chase up at the line. First free throw's up and it's good. 45-36. And he'll get another one. So second free throw coming here. Senators right on their average. They've been averaging 48 points a game. Kenton knocks that one down to make it 46-36, a 10-point lead. Hogan with it, under 30 seconds almost. Oh, and Kenton does come up with the steal. As he gets it away, gets it inside to Williams, off to a cutting Hoffler. He can't get the shot. It looked like he got fouled from behind, no call. They'll shoot a deep three and a good there by number 11, Caden James. And it makes it a 46-39 7-point game here.
We've got a full timeout. We're going to step aside, take one more commercial break before this one goes final, so we'll be back in just a moment. Michael Long with American Family Insurance offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance, which includes motorcycles, boats, ATVs, UTVs, classic and antique autos, renters, manufactured homes, rentals, along with event coverage such as weddings, golf hole-in-ones, conferences, and much, much more. He's licensed in Indiana, Ohio, and Florida. For more information, look him up on Facebook to see insurance tips and to sign up for his agency giveaways. Michael Long, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof.
All right, back here live, 12.1 seconds on the clock. Senators look like they're going to get out of here with a victory, barring some kind of unforeseen comeback here. It'd have to be like the Pacers did a few years ago when they scored a bunch of points there, excuse me, late in the game. But 46-39, 12 seconds to go. Full court pressure here by the Commodores as they get that three to go to cut it from a 10-point lead down to 7. Ian Rosenbaum to inbound. He looks, and he'll get it in. Almost stolen, tipped out of bounds by the Commodores. So 10.7 seconds. Rosenbaum to take it out of bounds again. He'll get it in this time to Kenton. Kenton tries to break the pressure, but he's fouled there by Mitchell, who just fouled out of the game. He'll have to go to the bench here, and they're going to sub in a bunch of guys. Kenton will go back to the free throw line.
15, Lucas Mitchell is fifth. The line for 2 shots will be number
2 free throws coming here with 8.9 seconds. Kenton opportunity to add to this 7-point lead here.
Little confusion.
Yeah, 44 Wick Craney will enter the game. He's a freshman at 6'4", big kid. Kenton chases free throws up, and it's good. He's perfect there tonight. I probably just jinxed him. I hate it when I do that. He'll step back up there. Hoffler comes out of the game as Cox and McCoy back in for the Senators. Kenton will get another free throw. Second one's in the air, and he got them both. 48-39. They'll drive. Edwards will go in, and he'll score again. So Edwards at the buzzer gets a bucket, and our final score here tonight, 48-41. Senators with a 7-point victory, so they move to 5-4 on the year and head to Lanesville tomorrow night to take on the Eagles down at Lanesville. We'll take a quick break here, add up our final stats, and be back here on your home for Senator Sports, West Washington live stream and WWSR.
Is your ride not as reliable as it used to be? Eddie Gilstraps is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers. Unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
All right, back here live at West Washington High School here on the Ron Smith Court. Senators with a big victory here tonight, 48-41 over the Perry Central Commodores, a conference victory and also a regular season win here for the West Washington Senators as they move to 5-4 on the year. Perry falling to 4-8 on the season. To run down the scoring quickly here for Perry Central, Caden James had 2 3-pointers for 6 points. Carter James had 1 field goal for 2 points. Mitchell had 2 free throws for 2 points. Hahi had 1 3-pointer for 3 points. Kellums had 2 3-pointers for 6 points, and they were led in scoring to lead all scorers here tonight by Cohen Edwards, the sophomore, had 7 field goals, perfect 8 of 8 from the line for 22 points to give Perry Central their 41. For the victorious West Washington Senators, Mason Cox did not score. Jackson Cameron had 3 2-point field goals. He was a perfect 3 of 3 from the line, 9 big points for Jackson in the game. Titan Williams with 1 field goal. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 3 points in the game. Grayson McCoy had a field goal for 2. Ian Rosenbaum had 1 3-pointer for 3 points. Lane Hofler in the game tonight, 5 field goals, 1 3-pointer in the game, and was 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 14 points for Lane in the contest. And the Senators were led in scoring by Kenton Chase. He had 5 field goals, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 17 big points by Kenton, and that's what we need him to do as the Senators get to 48 points. Big key, I think, both teams shot free throws really well. Perry Central was perfect from the line, 10 of 10 from the free throw line. West Washington, on the other hand, shot 15 free throws, and they were able to connect on 12. So 12 of 15 from the line for West Washington. So both teams shooting free throws well, especially the Senators down the stretch to get the victory here tonight. Right on their average. They've been averaging 48. They got 48 tonight.
Yeah.
And it was enough as their defense held on. So like I said, they moved to 5-4 on the year with that game at Lanesville tomorrow night. And Caden and I will bring that one to you on WWSR. So if you want to listen to that game, we'll have all the action for you tomorrow night from Lanesville. So great job here tonight as Professor Craig Akers bringing us with it, and a word from you here.
So, like you said, tomorrow night at Lanesville, lots of action for Senator Nation over the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
Tomorrow, just in itself, we've got boys wrestling. Well, let's start tonight.
Yeah.
Girls wrestling was at their regional. Last I checked, we had Megan Harrington winning her first 2. That was the last I saw of that. So, great job by her. Also competing were Ellie Struther and Malia Miller. So great job for all of them. Tomorrow, we had boys basketball tonight. Tomorrow morning, boys wrestling is at Jennings County. 5 matches there. So while that's going on, the Lady Senators are back here on Ron Smith Court playing
Awesome.
at 11. I believe it's an 11 o'clock tip for the JV, which they'll play 2 quarters, so varsity should be around noon sometime. So those of you looking to tune into that will be live on IHSAA TV. You can watch that live there.
Cool.
And then tomorrow night, Lanesville with Bubba and Caden. So,
Yes. Big day.
lots of action for Senator Nation. If you're looking for something to do, get out and support the Senators somewhere. There's lots of stuff going on. Whether you want to stay here or go somewhere, you can find the Senators somewhere.
Yes, you sure can, and we appreciate all that you do and bringing that action for us for West Washington Senator sports. So a big win here tonight, 48-41 over Perry Central, as the Senators, like we said, moved to 5-4 on the year. So just a great job once again. We thank you for what you do. Want to thank all our sponsors here tonight. Lynx Clothing and Shoes, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, the Washington County Community Foundation, Raymond James Financial Services, the United Producers along with us as well. Did I get them all?
Michael Long.
Michael Long, American
you got
Family.
him in there.
Yep.
And then always, of course, the IHSAA for everything they do for us. Allowing us to bring these games to you and having a place for everybody to be able to tune in, watch, and listen.
Yeah, absolutely. So remind you, get out tomorrow, support your Senators. We'll have that game tomorrow night on WWSR, and also live action here for the girls tomorrow around noonish for the Lady Senators, and also wrestling tomorrow as well. So a busy day of action here for West Washington. And so that's all the time we've got tonight. So for the Professor Craig Akers, this is Bubba Abbott. We say God bless you, and we'll send it back over.